Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to TFAfights.com Annihilation. My name is Jacob Wood. We've got a great evening of TFA Fights for you tonight.
That's right, Jacob. My name is Nico, and tonight TFA proudly brings to you 7 hardcore cage fights, including a welterweight championship with defending champion Eric Gonzalez taking on challenger Matthew Martinez.
Yes, Nico. We also have 2 exciting grappling matches as well. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the TFA ring announcer, MMA icon. You all know him? You all love him? Toby, the Tiger Heart Greer.
Hey, what's up, TFA fans? Here we are again. Annihilation, TFA 32. Some of you guys have been here before. You guys know the drill. We got 2 human beings separated into a steel cage. We're gonna punch, kick, knock each other out, submit each other. Why? To make each other better. I want you guys to realize that. Everybody in here, we got 2 warriors getting in a steel cage. Why? Not to get paid for experience. So these guys are not only each other's opponents tonight, but they're also each other's training partners. I don't want to hear any boos tonight. I don't want to hear any trash talking, or I myself will come out there. Some of you guys know, look it up, Toby Tiger Heart. You don't want me to come out there. So I want to hear nothing but ahs, boos, yeah, kick his ass, knock him out, all that stuff. Because tonight, we are going to do a TFA show. But without further ado, let's bring in the men who made this possible. The warriors of the TFA and our leader, our ringleader, CEO of TFA, the biggest mouth in mixed martial arts. Give it up for our warriors and CEO, Todd Meacham. Yeah! Let's go, guys! Let's get these warriors in here. Let's go! Let's go, Todd. Let's bring these warriors in. Let's get it going. Huh? There we go.
Well, thank everybody for coming out. Grab a seat, get ready for some good times tonight. And then tonight, we will do a TFA show!
Announced that Paris is going to do the...
And tonight, we're going to have the national anthem for all our soldiers. Everybody that's not here with us, people that are outside, people that are on the freeway. So Paris, come on up here and give us a song. Everybody please rise for this.
Jesse Ryan. I'm coming to TFA for my first ever fight. I want to thank Todd for the opportunity for this fight. I know I'm fighting Tony Bardavich. I know he's got a loss. I know he really wants this win, but unfortunately he's not going to get it through me. I'm going to come out, I'm going to put my fist right in his face, and we'll see how he reacts. It's going to be a brawl.
Here we go!
Hi, my name's Tony Bardavich. I'm going to be fighting with TFA August 15th. My opponent looks like a tough guy. Looking forward to it. This will be my second fight. I fight out of Triumphal MMA and along with Classic Fight Team under Felipe Fogelin and Tyler Wombles. Great guys, great coaches. I would like to thank Joey and Todd for the opportunity to fight with TFA, and be ready for a good show.
Here we go! I guess you could say that she pushed me away. To ask how I'm doing, I'll tell you okay. Green eyes have like...
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TFA 32 Annihilation. My name is Jacob Wood, and I'm here with Miko Morrow, and we've got an exciting night of MMA bouts and grappling matches. Miko, how are you?
I'm great, Jacob. How about you? You know, another great card stacked with all these fighters that are hungry, looking to make a name for themselves. Here we are at the Longshoreman Union Hall, and we're ready to kick things off here with the first fight.
All right, guys. First warrior, fighting at 145 pounds. He's a freestyle fighter. By way of Temple, Texas. Give it up for Jesse Ryan.
Jesse Ryan making his debut today at TFA. 5'6", 145 pounds. Born in '93. He's a freestyle fighter.
So I'm here with Jesse Ryan. Jesse, you're making your MMA debut tonight with the TFA. So what's going on in your mind right now? Why do you want to fight?
This is why I moved out here from. I just moved out here from Texas, Central Texas to be exact, and you know, I came out here to fight. I'm mentally prepared. I'm mentally strong. I got this fight on 5 days' notice, you know, so I've just been cutting weight this whole week. I had about 13 pounds to cut. So I'm feeling strong, man. I'm feeling good, and I'm ready.
How long have you been? Yeah, I spoke with Jesse earlier, and he's actually pretty pumped up about this fight. He said he's been training hard. Again, this is his MMA debut. He took this fight on relatively short notice. He's from out of state, Texas specifically, but he looked pretty fired up about it. And I think we're going to see a lot of athleticism from these guys. They're both smaller frames, smaller weight, but they look like they're in great shape, and they got fire in their eyes. They're both very young. I feel real old looking at their birth dates. I think I was in college when they were born, but that's okay. But I think we're going to see a lot of action from these two.
You're not that old. We got freestyle versus Muay Thai in this fight. Harbor City versus Huntington Beach, and these guys are going to bring a lot of quickness to the cage, I'm guessing.
Weighing at 135 pounds, he's a jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai fighter, fighting out of Huntington Beach. Give it up for Tony Bardavich.
Tony Bardavich. Tony is 0-1, fighting at the 135-pound weight class. He's fired up. He's a young guy, but he's ready to fight.
Yes, Tony Bardavich is 135 pounds, 10 pounds less than his opponent, Jesse Ryan, tonight. And for 20 years old and 0-1 record, I think he's coming here to bring the fight.
I'm standing here with Tony Bardavich. This is your first fight with the TFA, although you fought before. What's going on in your mind right now?
Just positive vibes, just keeping calm and, you know, picturing, you know, the win, and just, you know, confidence, and, you know, don't underestimate the guy, but be ready, you know, be prepared to fight, and what happens, happens. Be happy with the outcome.
As we just saw backstage, Jacob, you were talking to Tony. How does he feel against going up a guy, Jesse Ryan, with the freestyle?
He's confident. I mean, he's been training hard. Tony said he's got a background in wrestling. He's been doing a lot of cardio. He seems confident. He didn't seem nervous at all. I mean, did you see kind of how relaxed he was, which is a good sign right before a fight. You know, he's already fought before, so he's got that out of his system, and he's just looking in there to get those wins and get that experience that he needs in the cage.
Yeah, he definitely needs to pull up that one win to make him look a little less like coming out on the wrong end of the deal there. I know how that feels.
Okay, fans, here we go. Start out here. You guys know I asked you this for the first time. 8 fights tonight. Are you, the TFA fans, ready to fight?
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first fight of the night. We have Jesse Ryan in the red corner fighting Tony Bartovich, excuse me, in the blue corner.
Yeah, Jacob, these are the bantamweights, so we're going to have a quick fight here. 3 2-minute rounds, and we're starting off the fight with the feeling out process, quick jabs, keeping some space. Oh, we got a little clinch. We're going to the ground. Nice and easy at first. And what do you think is going to happen in this fight? Submission, most likely, is the way I see this fight finishing.
Yeah, both these guys are pretty strong grapplers. It looks like Tony took Jesse in his guard, and right now they're trying to break out of their guard. It looks like Jesse tried an armbar, but Tony defended that nicely, and so now it looks like Jesse has Tony's back at this moment. But they keep reversing. The energy of these guys is exciting because they're going back and forth. So it's hard to follow with these guys because it's such a fast-paced fight.
Right, and the reason why I made the prediction of a submission, if you're a grappler in this cage at the weight that these guys are at, it's not until you get to the middleweight and the heavyweights that you see guys going to the judges' decisions. These lower weight guys, they don't have quite as much muscle mass, so a good arm bar is going to stretch you out really good, especially if applied correctly.
Yeah, and it looks like Tony has side control. They were in half guard at one point, but Tony has side control. He's looking to mount at some point. He just put his knee over, but he's kind of maintaining his superior position. And he hasn't really thrown a whole lot of strikes from there, but it looks like he's trying to mount. Jesse at this point needs to scoot his hips out, try and get up, try and stand up and get out of that position. So it looks like he's trying to do that right at this moment. So in these amateur fights, you can't really knee each other, so they don't have to worry about those knees when they're trying to stand up.
And the discipline from these young kids coming in here, too, is astonishing. Seeing them take their time and not just rush into a fight, especially Jesse Ryan with 0 fights under his belt, Tony coming off of 1 loss, and these guys are taking it very slow, and that discipline is showing through. And let's hope it pays off for both of them.
Yeah, that was a good first round. I didn't see a lot of striking from these guys, like we mentioned before. They both have more grappling backgrounds, so we saw some takedowns, the reversals, some sweeps. I'd probably give that one to Tony just because he had a more of a superior position. He kind of held that position, but I don't think a lot of damage was done really in that round, but I would score that one for Tony. So these two are going to have to really turn it up the second and third quarter, maybe try some strikings, try to mix it up a little bit, so to try and do a little more damage in the second and third round.
And see, I'm going to go with Jesse on that one. Being his first fight, his debut in the cage, I'm going to say his discipline and showing restraint and rushing into things is what scores higher in my card, at least. And we'll see how the second round goes. Good first round for those two. But as far as this capacity crowd here, I'd say the feeling out process is over. Let's get to the fight.
That's a good point, Miko, and he's probably working out those butterflies in his stomach in the first round, as we all did. It's when we fought before. So we'll see what both these two bring. Again, we have Jesse Ryan in the red corner versus Tony Bartovich in the blue corner. Both these guys are young. They're in their early 20s. They're hungry. They want to win. Jesse did take this fight on short notice, and so probably is a little bit nervous, but it looks like they both are coming out swinging. And they're both changing their game plan a little, which I think is smart. So, as I say, you never want to leave this up to the judges. So I think both of these guys are changing their game plan so far.
We just saw some shots traded there, some quick jabs, a couple of hooks there. Nothing too overwhelmingly powerful. I think they're just kind of reserved and waiting for the other one to make a mistake at this point. And all these fans here are, standing room only here at the Longshoreman Hall. And we're just bubbling. We're waiting. We're waiting for something to explode in that ring, and I'm sure you're going to hear the response from the crowd.
It looks like Jesse in the red corner has Tony in his guard and was attempting the guillotine choke, although that can take a lot of energy out of you. So you got to be careful how long you do that for, because you're using your whole body when you apply that choke. And it looks like Tony, unfortunately, we just lost the video of the fight. We can't quite see what's going on, but it looks like Tony was landing a couple strikes from inside Jesse's guard, and hopefully one of these two can kind of capitalize on their position.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jake. Oh, we have a mounted striking position on top is look, Jess is on top with the raining down strikes onto Tony, and the fight is over. Let's go down to the ring.
We got a pretty clear winner on this one. All right, let's take these fighters to the middle. Good work, guys, good work. All right, your winner, securing his first win inside the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. Give it up for Tony Bartovich.
Okay, let's go. You first.
Okay, Jesse, so you came into TFA, you gave it all you got. What do you got to say to your fans?
I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me so I could get the job done. He was a better man tonight.
That's good sportsmanship. Cheer for Jesse.
Don't block the camera.
Tony, congratulations on your first MMA win. Give us your thoughts. What's going on in your mind right now?
I'm pretty elated, pretty stoked. I mean, I'm trained my butt off to come in here and win, and never take anyone lightly, no matter where they're from or who they're about. Or got to come in, get the job done, and throw down.
So the first round was back and forth. The second round you showed real domination and real random power skills. So what's next for you? We're going to see you in TFA?
Yes, most definitely. I'm going to continue my career.
Anybody you want to thank in particular?
I'd like to thank my mom, dad for always believing in me, my coaches, Felipe, Pat, Tyler, and also my training partners that are out in the crowd. They, made me into who I am today. Couldn't thank them enough. It's great.
Great, thank you. Give it up for Tony Bartovich.
Hi, this is Colton Alford. I'm coming back from a recent fight that I had with TFA against Gustavo Perez. It was my first fight. I had a wonderful time, and Todd gave me a great opportunity to showcase my grappling skills as for a start to my career. And I would like to thank him and all the TFA fans who came to join and watch the event, and I hope everybody had a good time. My next upcoming fight, I'm very excited because we came back to the drawing board and we got some new skills to showcase, and we're just working really hard, me and my coach Hector Pena. And I want to thank my family, and I want to thank Todd for giving me such a wonderful opportunity, and I want to thank TFA for giving me a great opportunity to get my career started. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy the show coming up.
I train out of West Coast Jiu-Jitsu Academy. I want to thank my coach, Brian Espinoza, my parents, sponsors, and I want to thank TFA for letting me grapple for them, and I look forward to the match.
second event of the night. This is going to be a grappling match between Colton Alford in the blue corner and Thomas Salas in the blue corner, and Colton Alford in the red corner.
All right, let's get these guys in the ring. We got here fighting out of the blue corner, red corner. We have a kickboxer wrestler weighing at 145 pounds. Give it up for Colton Alford.
Here comes Colton Alford. Colton is making his competing for the second time for the TFA. This is going to be a grappling match due to the fact that he's 17 years old. This is one tough kid. You know, he's 6'2" and 145 pounds.
Yeah, he's got a few inches on his opponent, and tonight Colton Alford may be in for his first loss.
So I'm standing here with Colton Alford. Colton, this is your second grappling match with the TFA. You had an impressive first match. What's going on in your mind right now?
Currently right now in my mind I am just staying focused, and I'm putting my trust within my training camp and everything that we've worked on, and whatever happens, happens.
We'll have to see what happens. I know the kid, he's talented. He's doing the right thing, getting the experience in his grappling matches. At some point when he turns 18, he'll probably switch to MMA, and he'll have this behind him, and he looks to have a great future ahead of him.
All right, guys, out of the blue corner is a opponent also weighing at 145 pounds. He is also a freestyle fighter out of the West Coast Jiu-Jitsu. Give it up for Thomas Sales.
Thomas Sales coming to the ring now with zeros all the way across the board as far as his grappling career is concerned. At 5'7", he gives up a few inches to his opponent, and at 145, we're probably in for a quick-paced match.
Yeah, he's also walking out here with a traditional gi on. He is a purple belt out of the West Coast JJ in Oxnard. And good thing about grappling is you don't need to be, your height isn't quite a factor as an MMA. So although he does give up those inches, he could be a little bit thicker and stronger, and so he could come out, it pretty much evens itself out as long as the two fighters weigh the same. You're
right, it definitely depends on the person. Some people can use their length and their strength to their advantage with their height, and you never know. With these types of fights, it could just come down to bare knuckle and.
Yeah, I mean, and what's impressive about these two folks are they're both under 18 years old. Can you imagine that being 17 or 16 and going into a cage like that and competing at this level?
Yeah, no, definitely. 17 years old, you're still just a baby.
And this will be a 3-2-minute round grappling match. Submissions only. Slams are legal. Don't forget that.
Both these guys, zeros across the board. This is their debut match, and this is one of the grappling events that we were talking about earlier, and nobody knows what to expect. Have you talked to either one of these grapplers earlier in the day, Jacob?
Yes, Mika, good point. And let's just say they are grappling because they're still underage for an MMA fight, so they get a chance to compete in the cage, which is very unique for somebody 18 and under. So Colton actually had a great first grappling match at the last TFA, and so he's excited to come back and showcase his skills. Colton's a lengthy 6'2", 145 pounds, and Thomas is making his debut here at the TFA as well. He's 5'7" and 145 pounds.
Thomas definitely giving up some height there in this matchup, but they're both evenly weighed and probably evenly experienced, I'm guessing, unless you know otherwise.
They're both very young, so they've been each training, I think, a couple of years. I mean, like you said, Colton has a height advantage, but I think in the grappling world, that isn't quite as advantageous as the MMA world, where you can utilize that striking. So both these guys are grappling. It looks like Colton's attempting a takedown, has Thomas pushed against the wall and then fell to the ground.
That's a big takedown out of the blue corner, and I'm sure his coaches and trainers are happy with that one. So again, we're starting off the first round of this. What is it? 3 2-minute rounds, or is it 3 2-minute rounds? And these guys are going to take their time in this first round, feel each other out. I'm sure shake some of the nerves off, and. There's so many limitations to a grappling match like this. I'm sure two kids that age want to just go in there and scrap and throw for the fences. But here we go with the nice takedown again.
Yeah, like you said, I think they're feeling each other out a little bit. I do know that, it looks like Thomas did a nice takedown there at the end, but I think it's a little slower pace the first round. They're feeling each other out. We're going to probably see a lot more action, more moves in the second and third round. Both these guys look pretty skilled, though. They both attempted takedowns. I think they both have strategies. I know they both train at good schools. Colton Alford and trains at where champions are made in Lenox, and Thomas Sales trains at West Coast Jiu-Jitsu in Oxnard, which has brought down a number of fighters here. So we'll see what they bring in the second round.
Well, let's take a moment and give a shout out to our beautiful TFA ring girls holding up that round 2 card, and everybody's in anticipation, waiting for that to get underway. You got to give it up to these 2 kids.
The ring girls are definitely a big part of the show, and they have I'm sure they have their huge fan base, just like the fighters do, but they help make this show very special. And I think it's kind of cool to give these teenagers a chance to compete, to get inside the cage, to transition into MMA. They can do the grappling, so when they do MMA, it's not going to be a huge deal because they've already competed, they already have been there, and it gives them a chance to really build a strong foundation if they decide to go the MMA route.
Absolutely, Jacob. That's a great point. I mean, these kids are getting started earlier and earlier in their sports, and having this platform and these grounds to train on and get used to this cage is huge for these kids. When they do get older and they are able to take on the world of MMA, they are going to have a good resume for sure.
Looks like, from what I can see, although I can't see Thomas put Colton is in Thomas's guard. I can't know if you can see that, but it looks like they're both up against the end of the cage. It looks like Colton is attempting to pass him, and it looks like he almost has him. Oh, and now Thomas has Colton's back.
That was a quick turnaround to the switch to the back from Colton, I believe, and sometimes these limbs get so intertwined only their mothers can tell them apart. So we have a nice lock, a nice submission.
Looks like Thomas has Colton in a nice triangle choke. He's got to sink that in and make sure. Looks like Colton has picked him up and tried to slam him, which is a common defense to the triangle choke.
Absolutely. It looks like a Texas death lock on there or something. A little modified version, and it looks like Thomas is trying to power out. And now switching to the armbar is Colton. Colton in full control with the armbar, and Thomas trying valiantly to squirm out of this. I don't think they're quite sweaty enough, which is an advantage to fighters who don't have to wear the long sleeves and and the fight is over with the armbar submission.
Good match, guys, good match. Hey guys, real quick, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank some of our sponsors, guys, to make this possible. We got Little Zeke Bail Bonds, a huge sponsor of ours. And also, please check them out, a good friend of mine. The guy's been in the business a long time. We got Fight Me Clothing. Their booth is right over there, guys. Check their stuff out. We got a couple free t-shirts from those guys, so if you guys make some noise, make some movement, or ring girls, we'll get it to you. That's Fight Me Clothing, guys. Their booth's right there. Make sure to check them out. Alright, guys. Pretty clear winner on that, guys. The winner by triangles armbar submission, Thomas Sales.
Colton, you came out here and you got an early start in the MMA world. What would you like to say to your fans and who came out here to support you tonight?
Attention all TFA fans, I want to thank everybody who paid to come and join the show tonight. And I want to thank everybody who supported me throughout my training camp. Hector, I love you. Junior, thank you for making this organization the best it can be. And I am honored from Todd here, giving me the wonderful opportunity today to step into this cage one last time again to enjoy another experience. Thank you, TFA fans. Let's get a round of applause for Thomas and TFA.
Well said. Hold up or give it up.
Thomas, congratulations. That was classic jiu-jitsu in there. You did a triangle show. You sucked out that arm bar until you won the fight. Give us your thoughts.
Definitely a hard match. Hard to submit. But we got the whole and it turned out to be a good match. Big thanks to Brian Espinosa, my coach from West Coast Jiu-Jitsu. And everybody who beat me. Sony from Adidas, Aaron Yellow from Active Sports Tech, and even Todd